I guess the last thing we can cover is V trigger. So Ken's V trigger is totally, in my opinion, one of the best V triggers in the game,
Mm-hmm.
even though and it's not like they didn't nerf it in season 2. So generally the best uses for V trigger are when they're blocking or in the middle of a combo.
Mm-hmm.
So the most common situation I would say. Okay, so first let's go back to dummy settings and let's set guard to guard all, and then we're gonna make sure that slot 2 is on. Okay, so
Give me a
basically,
second. No, in guards. Yeah, slot two on. Yeah.
okay, so he's gonna block everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of the most common ways um, to use V-trigger is after crouching medium kick or crouching medium. I would say let's start with crouching medium punch first. So we're going to do crouching medium punch, activate V trigger, and then um, we're going to activate V trigger, and then what you'll find is that
It's
uh,
hitting.
yeah. So the reason why it hits is because he's set to block everything, but remember we set him to throw after everything that he blocks. So
Mm.
if we use a move that has a longer startup, like for example, standing heavy punch. So if we're doing crouching medium punch, V trigger, heavy punch, then we get thrown. Now why
Mm.
is that? Well, standing heavy punch has a 9 frame startup,
Mm-hmm.
but crouching medium punch has a 5 frame startup. So essentially, um, what that means is that we're not at we don't have enough frame advantage to do crouching medium punch into heavy punch, but we do have enough to do crouching medium punch into V trigger.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean I know how familiar are you with the frame data and like what it means to be like +1 or
Yeah,
+2?
yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. Let me see if I can find, oh, here it is. Okay. So let me share this. I'm gonna write all this up for you, but I'm gonna put this link in the Skype chat. So this Google Doc sheet
Mm-hmm.
is it basically has all of Ken's
Mm-hmm.
V-trigger and run frame data.
Mm-hmm.
So um, let's say that we start with, see, so if you look on row 10, we have crouching medium punch. So
Mm-hmm.
crouching medium punch into V trigger on block leaves him at +2. So,
Mm. Okay.
because crouching medium punch has a 5 frame startup, that means that there's a 3 frame gap. So
Mm.
whether or not he does throw or standing light punch, it's not going to make a difference because we'll still get the counter hit from the crouching
Mm-hmm.
medium punch. So we can test it. So I set guard recovery action. I set him back to just do light punch.
I
And
don't see it now. I think it's the. Ah, okay. Uh, Let me just reduce it. Yeah, now I see it.
okay, so you see,
Uh,
like, it doesn't matter whether he does throw or whether he does standing light punch, because both of them are
mhm.
too slow and the medium punch will counter hit.
Hmm.
Okay, so we can even test it. We can even go one step further just to make sure by doing setting another guard recovery action, but this time we're going to do light Tatsu because that's his only 3-frame move. There we go. Okay. So because it's his only 3-frame move, and we know that we're +2 after the crouching medium punch, then what should happen if we're correct, if we do it properly,
Hmm.
is our crouching medium punch V trigger in a yep, it should trade
Hmm.
because the crouching medium punch and the light Tatsu collide on the same frame.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So what this can tell us is that essentially crouching medium punch um, is going to be like when we look at the spreadsheet, crouching medium punch and crouching medium punch and standing heavy kick both leave us at +2.
Hmm.
So that means that if we do either of these, um, these are going to be like our best options if they're blocking.
Hmm.
See, so they both work
Hmm.
the same. So that would be like the first way to um, that would be like one way to try to uh, activate. That would be one way to use V-trigger. Because the other thing is that you can essentially use the buffering technique to try to use crouching medium punch to fish for a counter hit. So let's say, for example, that Ken. Okay, so we'll go to dummy settings, set status to playback recording, and then go to action recording settings, and then set recording slot 1 to standing heavy kick, and then block afterwards.
Okay. You said standing heavy kick.
Yeah, so you just do standing heavy kick and then just block and then pause it.
Okay.
Okay, and now go to action playback settings,
Hmm.
and then go to recording slot 1,
Yeah.
set that to on, and now um, he's just going to do heavy kick over and over and over, right?
Hmm.
So what we want to do is try to stand at a distance where we can hit it with crouching medium punch. But it might, you know, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
It might take a little while to like to get the distance right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with practice, we can get it. We can stand at a range where we can essentially just hit crouching medium punch and then hit our V trigger button. Because remember, like for me, I have this button set to V trigger.
Mm,
So what I can do is stand at like a safe range and
mm,
then hit it essentially from max distance. But
mm.
if I don't make contact, oh, see,
Yeah.
it works. But if I don't make contact, then nothing comes out. But if I do make contact, then essentially, even if they block, I'm +2. But if it hits, then I can go into the full combo.
Mm. Yeah.
So I mean, this is like a more advanced like technique, but
Yeah.
those are kind of like two two ways to use V trigger that aren't um that aren't like in a combo. Even though obviously like that's, where Ken is even better. Once you learn like the big optimized V trigger combos.
Mm,
Oh yeah, see? Like if you set the starting position to left corner and side setting to left side, then you're kind of at the perfect distance where you can hit his heavy kick and then cancel into V trigger. That's kind of like the perfect range right there.
Hmm. Good.
Does that make sense though? Like the
Yeah.
way that the V trigger doesn't come out unless you make contact.
Yeah.
And so this is the advantage of using uh, one button for V trigger and one button for V skill.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Good.